Hi. So today we are doing something insane. We are playing 42 games in one video. Now you may know 42 as the meaning of life or the all-encompassing number. But today 42 is going to be the amount of games. Sorta. We are playing Rolling Realms from Stonemaier Games. Every single realm released so far, which again, 42. I'm going to keep saying the number 42 because that is an insane number. Look at that thick stack. So we play with 3 cards each round. So that means we are playing carry the 56, carry that, move that around, push that over. That means we are going to be playing 14 rounds. That is almost 5 times what you normally play. So go ahead and check it out. I will include time links down below for the games with the specific realms in case you're looking for a specific realm. All that being said, join me at the table after you listen to this brief musical interlude. That wasn't it. Alright, so here we are set up with Rolling Realms to start. We are starting with My Little Scythe, Arc Nova, Between Two Cities. My Little Scythe, if I use a number, I cross off one of the hex and get either a pumpkin or a heart on my sheet up here. When I fill in both of the same number, I will get a coin. I'm going to score 2 stars per resource type, for which I've gained at least 6 resources this round from all the realms. So at the end of the round, I'm going to see how many of each I have and get 2 stars for each of those. Arc Nova, I can use a number to gain the amount of resources equal to the amount of outline circles, and then I cross them off, and that's that. Then at the end of the round, every turn, I'm going to outline a circle under a roll die I didn't use in this realm, even if I didn't activate it. 6s, I can circle anything. And then I'll get coins if I get them from the 4 and the 5. Between two cities, I'm going to fill a square in with the number. Same numbers can't be orthogonally adjacent, and I gain the resources when completing a row or column. This is going to score points equal to the lowest score of the other 2 realms. However, my score cannot be higher than the number of squares I fill in here. So to get the max of 6, this would have to be 6, this would have to be 6, I have to have 6 numbers in here, which I doubt will happen. Alrighty, but let's go ahead and get started with our first roll. A 6 and a 6. Well, I think we're not going to start with Arc Nova because the 6s don't actually get us anything. Let's go ahead and fill in a 6 right in the center here. And let's cross off the 6 here to get a pumpkin. Then the end of the round, I can circle anything because it's a 6. Let's go ahead and fill in that circle right there. Alright. Now we get a 1 and a 4. 1, 4. Let's go ahead and put our 4 right here. And let's cross off this one there for a heart. Now with a 1 and a 4, let's circle that. A 3 and a 4. Let's see. We are not going to activate this yet. We're going to kind of build that up, I think. So let's fill in our 3 here. And use our 4 over here for a pumpkin. Like so. Next up, we have a 4 and a 4. Oh, I forgot to cross one of these, or do one of these. I was going to do the 4. So now we're in a 4 and a 4. So I activate that to get to 2, or do I push my luck one more turn? I think we're going to push our luck one more turn. We're going to fill in the 4 here, which gives us 2 coins. And then we're going to cross off the 4 here, which gives us a heart. And the 2 4s are crossed off, so that gives us a coin. And then we're going to outline this last 4 there. Alrighty, 5th round. we got a 3 and a 5. So we go 3 and a 5. Let's add the 5 here. So that's going to be a pumpkin and a heart. And then our 3 will cross off over here to get a heart. Let's circle the 5. Alright. 6 and a 3. So I think we're going to use this 6 to activate our 4, which gives us 3 stars. 1, 2, and 3. Like so. So that was a 6. And for our 3, let's go ahead and fill in this 3. So that's going to be another pumpkin, and both 3s, so a star. So I need to have at least 6. So I'm at 4 of each, with 3 left to go. A 1. Oh, I forgot to do the thing again. Well, I used the 6, so I'm going to circle the 3. Because I wouldn't have been able to use the 6, because that is the one I used to activate. Alright, 1 and a 2. Alright, we're going to mark off this one. So that's going to be a pumpkin and a coin, like so. And then the 2, let's fill in right here with that 2. And then we won't forget this time. Let's go ahead and circle up the heart. And 1 and 6. So I think I'm going to do 1 here, which gives me the 2 hearts. Use the 6 here to activate the 5s, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. I might have been able to, but I want to leave myself room, and we'll circle 1. Alright, final roll for this round. A 2 and a 6, so I would have been able to get that. Oh well. So let's go ahead and do our 2 here. Gives me a heart and a coin. And then we'll do the 6 here, which is going to give me a heart and a coin. So that's that. And then I think I am going to spend 3 coins to gain an additional die of a value of 3, which I'm going to use to activate that. Wait, nope, hang on. I had a plan in my head. It's a pumpkin, so I only need to do 1. This. So let me redo this. Because I only need to do 1 to get a value 1, because I want to get my pumpkins over 6. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the first round score. So we're going to look at this one. That scores 2 per resource type that I have 6 or more of. That's 2, 4, 6, so all of them. So this is 6. And then my between 2 cities will be 5, because the lowest one is my Arc Nova. Alright, so right now I'm at 6, 12, 17. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's 2.1, 14.1, 19.1 for my first round total. So I'm keeping track on a little sheet off to the side, and you'll see my total probably up here in the corner. I'll add that in. So I'm at 19.1. Let me get set up for the next round. Alright, we are back with Euphoria, Tapestry, and Skoventyr. So in Euphoria, you either mark 1 number, or you may mark both numbers if a pair is rolled. The second die remains available for another realm. Gain a benefit based on the sum of that area. So you look and you'll compare it to this table down below. After marking a number, up to sum of all marked numbers in areas between 4 and 10, score 1, maximum of 6 stars. Tapestries, you're going to use one of the shapes down here based on the number. Fill this in. When you fill in one of the big boxes, you get the resource underneath it. When you fill in a big row or column, you get the star at the end. Skoventyr, so this is one of the new ones. You are going to assign a number that's less than or equal to the number of remaining trees, which are these ones in the middle. You're going to outline that number of these circles around the edge. Gain any benefits that you go. There's your hearts and your stars are way back here. And there's a couple up there. And then you mark as many outlined circles as the number you landed on, or cross off one tree. So if I land on this one right here, I have to cross off 3, which is 1, 2, 3. But if I come up here, it's 6. So in that instance, I'd have to cross off a tree, or if I don't want to cross it off yet and hold off, I can cross off a tree. But then after that, I can never assign a 6 to that area because it'd be less than 6 trees. All right, let's get started. A 2 and a 4. Let's go ahead. I think we're going to start with a 4 in Tapestry. Yeah, we're going to do the 4. 1, 2, 3, and there's that. And then let's go ahead and mark off a 2 in Euphoria. So that gives me a coin. You know what? We're going to switch these. That gives me a coin. Next roll. A 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. And a 1 and a 2. Let's use the 2 here. And we're going to cross off this and this, which gives me a pumpkin. And then let's do the 1 in this here, which gives me another coin. Need to get to that, but I'm hoping for some bigger numbers. There we go, a 6 and a 4. So let's see if we did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That wouldn't be too bad. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and assign the 6 here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which does give us a heart. Then we are going to cross off, I think, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was a 6. So now I have the 4. So the 4 could fill in this. And yeah, we're going to use the 4 over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Coin. Heart. That is filled in. So we get a star. Like so. A 6 and a 2. So if we did another 6 here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and do another 6 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be a heart, pumpkin, and coin. So 1 of each. Heart, pumpkin, coin. And then we're going to cross off 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what we're going to do, so can't do the 2 here unless I use 2 pumpkins. You know what we are? We're going to use 2 pumpkins to make that 2 into a 3. So now we have 3, 5, 6, which gives us a star. Like so. 4 and 5. Let's go ahead and do the 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be crossing off 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is doable, but down here you're getting into the bigger numbers. You know what? Let's cross off a tree instead. Like that. So that was the 5. We're going to do the 4 in Euphoria. So we are at 1, 3, 6, 10. Still in there for that star. Alright. 2 and 5. So we're going to assign the 5 here because we have 5 trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's crossed off 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're looking pretty good because we need what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more to get all of these stars on that one. So that was our 5. I think our 2 we're going to use in Tapestry. See if we can get a couple more here. And we're going to go that way to maybe open ourselves up for the 4. 3 and 2. Well, I know that 2 is going to get me where I need to be here if I do the 5. That'd be crossing off 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would have enough. So let's go ahead and do that 2 right there. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. So that's a 2 there. Let's do the 3 right here, which gives us another coin, like so. Final 2 rolls, a 1 and a 5. We are going to do that 5 on Skoventyr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the final 3 stars I needed. I forgot to do the 8 last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I got to do 3. 1, 2, and 3. There's that. That was my 5. We're going to do the 1 right here. 1 and 3 is 4. Gives me a star. Like that. I could use the coins to start filling in Tapestry. I'm going to hold off. Maybe. Yeah, let's hold off and see what we roll. 3 and 5. So I know I'm not really planning on doing Skoventyr. So we have a 3 and a 5. The 5 is that big guy there, which I don't think is going to help me accomplish any of this. And the 3 is already used here. I don't have enough pumpkins to lower it. At least not yet. But then the 5 would be 1, 4. Actually, I can do the 5. 5 here. It's 5, 8, 9. Gives me a star. Leaves me with the 3. And we will go ahead and just fill in the 3 right there to get me a pumpkin. So I didn't do good in Tapestry. So let's see what my score is now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 1.3 and 10, 11, 11 and 1.3. So that's 12.3. So right now I'm at 31.4 going into round 3. All right, we are back with Biddy and Walter. So on this one, at the start of every turn, I'm going to sum up the 2 dice and mark an outlined cat craving based on the sum, and then I gain the resource down here. Every time I fail to do so, I circle a grumpy cat. When I choose to activate this, I assign a number to outline one or two cat cravings. So 1 and 4 is I outline the food. The 2 and 5 is the ball of yarn to play. The 3 and the 6 is rest. So the lower number only does 1. The higher number does 2. At the end of the round, I am going to see how many cats are not crossed off, and that is my score. So I start with 6, and it could eventually go down. In Gugong, I am going to fill the boxes left to right, top row first. If the number is greater than the previous one, I gain the resource, otherwise I must pay, and 1 counts as greater than 6. I score stars when I fill in the boxes where they're at. Role player, I'm going to use a number to move to an unfilled orthogonally adjacent circle. I fill in the previous circle, outline the current circle, and gain the current circle's benefit. All the stars are in the corners. 5 and 6 can be used for any direction. But otherwise it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then score stars when moving onto the indicated circles. Alright, so we have a 2 and a 6. So first we look at Biddy and Walter. That is an 8. They needed rest, so we fill in that first circle, which gives us a coin. Now we have a 2 and a 6. So let's put the 2 in Gugong, which gives us a coin. And then we are going to use the 6 down here in Biddy and Walter for 2 of the pillows. There we go. Next up, we have a 3 and a 4. So that is 7. So the yarn goes away. Let's go ahead and use the 3 in Role Player. So we started in Start. We move over to here. So that's going to give us Pumpkin, Heart, Coin. Like that. And I just realized we never got our heart for filling in that. So that was our 3. Our 4, I think we're going to grab some food. I would have liked to have done the yarn, but I wasn't able to yet. Double 2s. 2, 2. Alright, so that is a 4. So that is a food, which gives me a pumpkin. So with a double 2, what do? I think I'm going to do one of the 2s here. I could cross off both hearts and do a 2 on each, although that isn't greater, so I would have to pay a heart, which I wouldn't have. So I'm probably not going to do that. I'll probably just, I'm going to give myself a yarn ball, seeing as I don't have an extra yarn ball yet. And then this, we are going to move up to here and get 2 stars. And then we fill this in. So basically, I'm going to have to try and work my way all the way around now and get a couple of 1s or some 5s and 6s, and then move around that way. All right. We have a 1, 3, which totals 4, which is food. So that is a pumpkin. So I did need the 1, right? Gonna move this way, and 3 is higher than here. So 3 for a heart. 1 moves us over to here for 2 more hearts. There we go. Now I got plenty of hearts. And that was that round. Double 2s again, huh? So that's 4. So that is my last food. So I might want to look at trying to get that here soon. Do I spend the 2 hearts? Again, that's going to be lower than that. I need that to be a 1. Let's go ahead and spend the 2 hearts for 2 2s, or 3 2s now. So we're going to put a 2 here. Spend a pumpkin. Get a star. We're going to do a 2 here to get a yarn ball. And then we're going to spend 2 pumpkins to turn that extra 2 into a 1 to get to this corner, which gives us a heart and a star. And now we're looking for 4s to go down. All right. 3, 5, which is an 8, which is resting. And that gives us a coin. So both of those are higher here, so I know for sure we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and put our 3. So that way it's not too high going to that way. And that is a coin. Our 5 can't go down this way. Or no, 5 can be anything. So that works out well. 3. Our 5 is going to push us down here to get us 2 coins. And we need more of that. 3, 6. Which is 9. So last rest that I have. So I might want to do that here soon. We'll see, because that 6 can move me anywhere. That 3 actually does give me a rest. 3 rest. 6, move down to this corner. Get me 2 stars. Like so. Perfecto. Gugong I'm not doing too good with, but that's always how I seem to play these games. I always seem to focus on 1 to 2 of them and try and max out there, and then hopefully maybe get something good on the other one. It's kind of why I like the Between Two Cities. Ooh, double 1s. So that's a 2. Every time you fail, do sums. So there is no 2, so I don't have to mark anything. That works. Alright, so double 1s. 1s don't help me here anymore. So I guess we're going to outline a food. And spend a heart to get a 1 here. So that will be... Nope, not gain a heart, spend a heart. And that is a star. Final roll is a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yay, I just got that food. That gives me a pumpkin. So I have a 1 and a 2. A 3 moves me over 1 and that way. Was that worth the 2 pumpkins? That'd be a wash. Well, we're going to do a 2 here. Like so. That gives me a pumpkin. And then, as I said, it's just going to be a wash to try and use that way. So instead, we'll just use the 1 to outline this. Alright, so end of round. I have 6 cats, so that is going to be 6 stars. Right there. So that's 6, 5, that's 11, 13, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 1.4, 3.4, 9.4, 14.4 on this round. All right, let me get set up for round 4. All right, so in round 4, we've moved on to Praga, Caput, Regni. You are going to use a die to move that number of wheel sectors. The end sector must have an open circle. Mark the circle where you start and outline a circle where you end, then gain the end benefit. So we're going to be starting here. So if I get a 5, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd outline this one, and then the next turn I would start here and keep going around. I'm going to get stars for this wheel sector, and stars every time I cross this red line. Parks, as I use a number to hike to a matching site down a trail, outline it to gain the benefits, some include a cost, and cross off all previous sites you may not backtrack. So this is 1 through 6, this is 6 through 1, and this is 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go this way, if I go 2 here, I cross off that, I don't get that, but I get this one, and then a future turn I can go to the 3, 4, 5, or 6. The ends of the trails do have costs, and those are where the stars are for those. Expedition. I am going to use a die to move clockwise that number of hexes around the board. I'm going to start where I ended, so I'm going to start here, go somewhere. I'll outline that one, get the current benefit, and then the next time I'll move from that one, filling in the previous one. Yeah, so here we go. 4, 5. 4 and 5. Well, I just counted that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to a star. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to fill this in. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to outline that and get that star. And then our 4. So from here we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't go sideways. If you can tell, there's these little openings down here, and that's the way you need to go. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that would be jumping far down on this path. So yeah, let's go ahead and go. So fill this in when we start here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 is this little heart guy. Alright. Come on, low numbers. 2 and 6. That's not too bad. 2 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would put me there. 6 here would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would get me past all the stars. But I don't want to, I mean 6 all the way here, but I don't have the pumpkin to spend. So we are just going to go, I think, 2 here, which will give me that coin. Cross off that pumpkin, and let's move 6 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gives me a star because I crossed the red line, and this gives me a pumpkin. So I'm all clear for the end of that round, that path. All right. 6 and 5. I don't want big numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 won't be too bad there. So we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives me a star. So now where am I going to go with the 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Yep, because that was a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so let's go ahead with the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crossed the line. Give me a heart. There we go. 4 and 3. That's what I was looking for. So let's go ahead and go to the 3. Gives us a star right here. And now we have a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 would get us back to the start. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us to this star. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that was a good round. Double ones. 1, 1. So I can't use a 1 here because I'd be going onto the filled hex. 1, you know what, let's go ahead and do 1 down here. So can't do those, and that gives me a pumpkin and a heart. And then I do the 1 here, which gives me a pumpkin like so. Alrighty, next roll. Can't believe how many times I've cocked that one. 5 and 4. Let's do some counting, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't use the 5, I can only use the 4 here. 4, 5. 5 would give me a star there. 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, we're going to go 5 on parks. Give me a star. And then 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross the line and got a pumpkin. Like I saw. Next to roll. 1, 4. So I could do the 1 here, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives me this other star, like so. And then that kind of opens up where I can easily get that last star by crossing that line. And then our 1, I can change into something else. Let's go. So it's a, what I say, it's a 1. Could make it a 2. And that would move me up here. Yeah, we'll spend 2 of those to make it a 2. And let's just get past this part here, which gives me a heart. Alright. Oh, and fill this in because I was already there. Alrighty, there we go. Final 2 rolls. 2 and a 1. So I could finish off that, but then I'm stuck with that 1 that seems to be, well, nope, 1 I can get to here. Yay! 1 right here. Give me a star. All right, 2 could move me there. Could move me all the way up there. I don't care about that because I have what I need for that. We're good. All right. So that was my 1. We're going to use my 2. Push me up here. So that way I can finish off that one and not have to worry about it. Like so. All right. So what do I want here? 1, 2, a 3, 4, or 6 is good for that. And then any of those numbers are good there too. 2 and 5. So 2 is not good here. I could move that to a 3 and use my 5. But no, it's nothing here. It gives me a star for 5. It's a 3, a 4. But I can decrease it by 1. 1, 2, 3. But that'd be 2 decreases and increases, which I don't have that many pumpkins. So I think we're going to do our 2 pumpkins to turn the 2 into a 3. To go down here. To get that star. And then here we're just going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get 2 coins. Alrighty, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not that many resources this time. So 6 and 12, 12.8 in that round. Moving on to round 5. Alright, here we are. We have Scythe. You are going to mark a number in the top. The top row gives you a resource. The bottom row, you got to spend a resource to get a star. So you can either assign the number here or to the bottom row. However, if you assign it to the top row, you may also mark the bottom one, spend the resource to get the star. So if I mark this with a 5, I can spend a coin to get the star without having to spend the 4. Lost Ruins of Arnak. You are going to use the number to advance either your magnifying glass or your journal up one of the tracks. Your journal can never go higher than your magnifying glass, so you're going to have to move that first. When you move it up, you go to one of the numbers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this row. If you have a resource to spend, you spend it. And once you move up, you choose one of the unmarked boxes and gain those resources. And as you go up, you have to follow the arrows. So from this middle one, you can go to either. But from either end, you can only go to that designated one. From this one, you can go here or up to here. This one can only go up to here. This can go either one of those. This one can only go up there. Skulk Hollow. So you're going to mark a number on one of the target points, spend those resources. And then once you spend those resources, you will gain that target's benefit. Whenever a pair is rolled, however, the Guardian attacks. If that number's target is unmarked, you immediately eliminate its resource benefit, only its star remains. So if I didn't cover the 3s and I roll a pair of 3s, I'd cross off the heart, and I can only get the star when I spend the pumpkin. There we go. So this is going to be a little tricky, it seems, because there's not much resource gathering, but a lot of resource spending. So this is not an optimal 3 cards to come up. We'll see how it goes, though, because I do get some resources from here, and I do get resources by spending them over here. A 6 and a 4, huh? Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my 6 to move up my magnifying glass to here. And with that, I am going to... So I have a couple of options. The 4 here will allow me to spend a pumpkin to get a star. And the 4 over here lets me spend a heart to get a pumpkin and a star. So let's go ahead and get the heart. And then use the 4 over here to spend that. So we got the heart, we spend the heart, and that gives us a pumpkin and a star. Alrighty. 5 and 6. Alright, so we are going to move with the 6. We're going to move my magnifying glass up here. And then we are going to take the pumpkin and the coin so we can get some resources going. So then the 5, I have 2 options. I can come over here and get a heart, or I can come over here and get a heart. And either way, I'm spending a coin. Let's go ahead and get the heart from over here. So, moved my 6, so 5. That gives us a heart. And then we are going to spend the coin to get the star. So this one is a lot more thinky because I'm having to move this up and try and get the stuff that I need to be able to spend on the sides. And double 1s. So he attacks on the 1s, so we can no longer get that pumpkin. And what are we going to do with our double 1s? I think we are going to move our journal up to here. And we are going to grab probably the coin, seeing as I don't currently have any coins. And then I don't know if I really want to spend the coin and not get extra stuff. So if we look over here, the 1 would give me the coin, spend a heart, yeah, do that, coin, spend a heart to do the star. Alright, 4, 5. So I'm going to have to spend the 4 and 5 between these because right now my magnifying glass can only go with a 1, 2, and 3. And my journal can only go up with a 6. I've already used the 4 here, so we're going to do the 5. Which is spend one of those coins to get a heart and a star. And then the 4, we come over here, and that will give us a coin. And then we can spend a pumpkin to get a star. Spend the pumpkin. Alrighty. Another 4, 5. That is less than ideal because the 4 and 5 are used up here. The 4 and 5 are used up here. Alright, so if you can't use a die, you get a resource in its place. So I'm not sure exactly how the order of operations goes, but we're going to say I can't use that 5. So I'm going to get myself a pumpkin. But now that I have 2 pumpkins, I'm going to make my 4 into a 3. And cross off that, which will give me my pumpkin back. And I was going to spend a coin for that down there. Alright, now hopefully no 4 and 5 again. Oh, 4 and a 3, almost as bad. So I do have, wait, no, because I can now move up here if I have a pumpkin to spend, and I do. So let's move up my magnifying glass. Spend that pumpkin. So this is with my 3. And we are going to grab the star and the heart. And a heart with that 3. So now I have the 4 that I cannot do anything with because I have no 4s available here. I have no 4s available here. So I'm just going to gain a pumpkin with that other 4. That's way too many 4s. Come on, no more 4. No 4, no 4, no 4. 2 and 6. That will work much better for me because we are going to, I think, use a 6 to finish off our magnifying glass up here. And I want to get a pumpkin. So we're going to do this, which is a star and a pumpkin. And then the 2 needs a heart. This one, give me a heart and spend. No, I want to keep my pumpkins. So 2. Spend a heart to get a star and a coin. Because I don't want to spend my pumpkins, because with the way I've been rolling the 4s, I want to be able to mitigate that somehow. 3, 6. Alright, so this can only move on a 6, so I may do that. I have the 3 there. This 6 would give me a pumpkin, spend a heart. The 3 doesn't do me any good here. The 3, like I said, is that pumpkin. Both of those are pumpkins. So I think I'm going to end up using my pumpkins. Alright. So we are going to spend this 6 to move up my journal and get a star. Now the options I do have with this 3 is cross this off, so it gets a star and the heart by spending a pumpkin, or I could just cross this off down here for the heart. You know, we're just going to cross off it down here and spend the heart. I want to really keep that pumpkin, just in case this roll is bad. 1, 3. So the 1 down here doesn't give me anything if I spend a coin. If I move this up 3, that gets me a star. 1 and 3 doesn't work here. So yeah, so spend the 1, spend the coin, get a star. Move this up with the 3, spend the pumpkin to get a star. So not as bad as I thought it would be, but I'm barely gaining points from resources, and I wasted a lot of dice in there that isn't optimal. But we have one, only a 0.2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.2. Alright, we are almost halfway through. Let's go on to 6. Alright, we have the Isle of Cats. I am either going to write a number in a box or use a number to mark a treasure map and get that benefit. I can start anywhere, however, each further number must be adjacent to either a filled box or a marked treasure map. I'm going to score 2 stars per pair of identical numbers connected to a treasure map of the same value. So I want to try and maybe have these be 6s or 2s, 4s, 1s, 3s, 5s. The treasure map does not need to be marked for me to get the stars. Fleet the dice game. I'm going to mark a box in a column from the top down, and I gain the benefit. As soon as I mark the star, I then engage the ability for this round. This first one is for every resource you're about to gain, I can gain another resource type instead. This is after rolling. If both numbers are odd, I may alter one of them, plus or minus 1, and the new value counts as rolled die only for you. And the last one is whenever I activate all 3 realms in one turn, gain 1 star in this realm. So in order to get 6 in here, I need to get to the bottom here and activate this one 3 times. And the way you activate all 3 realms is you can use your hearts to gain extra dice and use that in the other realm, or down here with the coins, you can get another die and then use that in the other realms. So basically by using these resources to do stuff. Trickerion. You're going to use a number to mark off a component in one of the boxes. If a pair is rolled, I can use one number to mark off both of them. I get the benefit next to them, and then when both of them are filled in, I'm going to outline its square. When these linked pairs, you'll see these stars are right there. So when I have the 1 and 2, I will get a star, the 2 and the 3, the 3 and the 4, the 4 and the 5, and the 5 and the 6. If I get all of them in a row or in a column, I will get a star. So if I get the 1, 4, and 5, I get a star. And that's that. Alrighty, we'll roll it up. Ooh, a pair to begin. I think I know the first place I'm going. I am going to Trickerion, and I'm going to mark off both of those, which gives me 2 coins and outlines number 3. So that was beneficial. So now this 3, I can either start on my boat or start down this one. I think we're going to start down this, because this boat's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. I kind of like having special abilities in games, so I kind of like Fleet the Dice game for that aspect. Can't activate any of those. And 4 and 5. 4 and 5. So the 3 wants to have the 4 next to it, so I could start there. Or I could start working my way down here so I can maybe get those extra stars if I think I'm going to have that happen. Actually, first let's just go here with a heart, and we're going to use the 5 for that one, because over here we're going to do the 4 to get a pumpkin. And 3 and 6. Let's go ahead and, you know, let's start on this one. Let's get a 3 right there. And then let's use our 6 to get a heart from over here. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 runs. Alright. And 3 and 1. They're probably figuring maybe trying to run down here, and then when you just forces you to activate all 3 is probably what they're looking at for that. So a 3 and a 1, so that works. We'll do the 3 there, and maybe do the 1 over here. Now let's do the 1. Just shotgun all over this one. All right. Five and 2. Got all excited with that first doubles. I thought, yeah, let's go. Yeah, here we go. So we are going to cross off this star. And so that's our 5. So now we have this 2, which we can put here and see if we can link those together. I want a 4 over here. Ooh, double 3s. Doesn't help me because I already did the 3s over here. Wait, but they are both odd. So I technically can adjust one of them by a number, and I will adjust this to a 2. Normally you don't change it because the other players wouldn't have that. I'm playing solo, so I'm just going to adjust it. And we're going to put that 2 right there. And now we have the 3. So let's work here to get this coin. And come on, 4. Yes. 3, 4. So we are going to use the 4 here. That's a coin. We fill in our 4, which does give us a star for that linked part right there. And then we can use our 3 to go on here. And now for every time I get a resource, I can get something else instead. And right now I'm just going to fill these in. I have the 3s and the 2s. So that is 4 right there. 1, 4. Well, let's fill in one of these for a pumpkin. And then the 4, we can come over here and get a pumpkin. So that's 5. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of that. Last roll. 5 and 6. Not many options here. So we are going to, I think, I don't know why I never did the 2. The 1's not going to give me anything. So this is not really going to help me much. Wait, here's what I'm going to do. We are going to do the 5. Gets me a coin. And then I'm going to spend 3 pumpkins, adjust the die, +1, -1, and 0. And you may use it in a realm you've already used this turn. So spend 3 of those to use the other one to get this star. So this was not a good one. I focused on Trickerion right away and then just let it slip. I should have tried to do the 2 instead of going that way to maybe get the column. You live, you learn. Alright. Focused on this too much, and then I used that one once, but so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8.9. That is by far my worst round yet. Let's get into 7, which will mark the halfway point when we're done. Alright, our next 3 is Boonlake. You're going to use a number, pay the cost to outline a lever. At any time, I may mark the area below an outline lever to gain the left benefit. I'm going to score a star per outline lever where you didn't gain the left benefit. Charterstone, I can either use a number to mark a building, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and gain a resource. I will then put the other die's value in the crate underneath it. I can still use that other die to activate another realm. Or I can use a number to mark all crates matching that number, and I get stars for the amount of crates that I have marked off. Can't stop. You're going to outline a triangle bottom to top in a column where I haven't chosen to stop. I may then immediately choose to mark stopped in that column. If I do, I mark and gain all outline benefits from that column. Interesting thing about these ones is if you look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stars. Obviously, I can only get to 6, but there's 13 opportunities, and in Boonlake, there's kind of 9 opportunities. So there is quite a lot of ways to get them in those 2 realms. With that being said, start turn 1. Start turn 1 with double 1s. Alrighty. So I can't do anything in Boonlake because that needs resources for those. So we're going to go and get a pumpkin. Nope, we don't get it yet. That's right. You just highlight it. You get it when you choose to stop. I'm not going to stop. We are going to mark this one, though. So that's going to be a 1 underneath it also. And that gets us a pumpkin. So optimally, now that 1s have started, I'm going to want to try and get as many 1s as I can to mark off as many as I can with 1 die. And 6 and 5. So that is down here where it's cheaper to get it, or I can even do this one that's free. Let's go ahead and use the 5 to mark this free one. And use the 6 to go here, and I'm not going to stop yet. Because I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. 1, 4. So I'm going to do the 4 here. Puts a 1 there. Gives me a heart. And then we're back to the 1, which I think we're going to go in this column here. Because I still don't have the resources for one of those. And we'll stop. Or we won't stop. Sorry. There we go. We're not stopping. 6 and 1. Ooh, alright, so do I do the 6 to try and get another one here to eventually activate these, or do I try and go 6 here where I can get 2 stars? So if I do the 6 here, I can do the 1 here and start getting up that way. Because the 1 does me no good there. Oh, decisions. We are going to do the 6 here. Put a 1 down here. Get me a coin. And then that means I'm going to outline this and not stop. Because what's nice, now that I have this, I can always gain a value die 1 where I will be able to finish that one out if need be. 5 and 1. So again, the 1. I gotta remember I can always do this when need be. But I'm going to hold off. So 5 puts a 1 down here. Gives me a coin. This lets me outline this. Two and 3. Alright, so 3 is available here where I can spend stuff. I haven't started up on 2 or 3 here yet. This could get me the resource. Don't care about that as much. Let's go ahead and do 2. Puts a 3 down here. Gives me a pumpkin. And then I think the 3, I am going to use 2 pumpkins to turn that 3 into a 4. Spend a coin to outline that one. Like that. And another 5 and 3. So 3, 5, that needs a pumpkin. That one needs a heart. So let's go ahead and do this 3. Puts the 5 here. Gives me a heart. The 5. Let's go ahead and spend one of those hearts to outline this one. Final 2 rolls. 6 and 5. So I'm going to do my 6 here. And then I'm going to stop. So that's 2 stars for that one. And then my 5, I don't have a pumpkin to spend, but I could pull one of these, but that'd just be a wash. So instead we're going to use the 5 to cross off that crate there, which gives me that. 3, 5. So I'm not planning on doing anything in Charterstone because I'm going to use that. So I have a 3 and I have a 5. None of that works for it. So 3. Do I want to do the 3 here? So I'm going to use the 3 right here to get a pumpkin. Because I'm going to stop there. So I get that. I already did this one. Oh wait, I just realized if I did that, I'm not going to be able to activate that with my coin die. That's all right, I'll use my 1 here and activate with all that. So yep, 3 gets me the pumpkin. My 5, I'm going to outline this one and spend that pumpkin I got. The 1 I'm going to use for Charterstone and knock out all of those, which gives me 5. There. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 stars here. And I only have the 1 resource left, so that's 4, 9, 10, 11.1. Really thought I did better on that one. I can't stop, I just chose to stop is what it was. Alright, so halfway. So we still have all this left to go. Let me get set up for round 8. Alright, we caught a couple of new interesting ones. We have Millennium Blades. So you're going to choose a number and then you can modify it by +1 or -1 for each coin you spend or for each 2 pumpkins spent. So it matches the value of an unmarked card from 0 to 9. You mark that card, gain its benefit, which always includes a gain die. So follow the standard rules for gain die, which means I can't use it to activate a previously activated realm. Potion Explosion, I'm going to fill an ingredient with a number not currently on that potion. At any time, if a potion is complete, I can mark and use its ability. This is gain a die, any number. Gain 1 resource per star scored in this realm. Activate a realm you already activated this turn, and you score coins for completed or stars for completed potions. Wingspan, you're going to fill a square with any number, left to right within each bird. Then you gain the resource or star below that square, and you'll also get a star if the total adds up to the wingspan. So it is equal to its wingspan. So this needs to be 7, 12, and 16. With that being said, we'll get started. So a 2 and a 6. So first thing I want to look at is the 2 and the 6. Is it going to give me something I want? I think it might. So we're going to use this 6 to fill in this card. So that's going to give me a pumpkin. And it's going to give me a 1, and we're going to put the 1 in wingspan here, which gives me a pumpkin. And then the 2 will go in here. And let's go ahead and put the 2 right there. Because I kind of want to get this one going and then this one so I can get a bunch of resources, mainly coins, to help with my Millennium Blades. That's kind of the thought process I am going with. So a 1 and a 6. So we can do the 6 in here. And let's go ahead and use this 1, which gives me a pumpkin, and a 6. So the 6, let's put in the 16, which is going to give me a heart. Alrighty. A 2 and a 6 again. Lots of 6s, it seems. So neither one's going to go in here. So let's go ahead and put our first 6 in this one. And then we'll put our 2 right in here, which gives me a coin. And now I just need a 4, which if I can get one of these. Come on, no 6. 4 and 4. What do I got to spend for the doubles? It's another heart, huh? Am I able to get a heart anywhere? Nope. Alrighty, but what did I need for this? I needed a 4. So I do have a 4. So let's go ahead and put one of the 4s in there, just to knock that out. So there's the 4. So that gives us a star. And then it is 4, 6, 7, so another star. Let's go ahead and do the other 4 here, which gives us a star here and a 3. We'll do that 3 right there. 4 and 6. Oh, look, another 6. Yay. But we do have a 4. Let's see, where we got here? We got a 4 and a 6. Let's put the 4 in here. So that is 3 stars. And now, right now, at some point I can activate a realm I have already activated this turn, and it could be Potion Explosion as well. With that 6, I think we're going to... Let's go ahead and increase that to... We're probably going to do Millennium Blades. I can get it up to an 8. Sure, why not? So that's 7, 8. Fill in the 8. Gives me a star. Gives me a 3. We'll fill that 3 in right here. And that gives me a coin. We will roll these up. A 2 and a 3. I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and go 2. Gives me a coin. And then I have my... then I get a 5 from there. Right there for the pumpkin. And then we'll put our 3 in this one right here. And then I think we are going to use this ability. Activate this. Now, when I looked on the Master Rulebook, it said that I can use any number. So we're just going to go ahead and go with a 1. But then we are going to activate this one. I have 5 stars. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's been activated, that's been activated, that's been activated. My dice have been used. Final 3 rounds. 2 and a 2. If the roll dice are up here, gain a die of that value. Let's go ahead and spend 2 coins to bring this down to a 0. So that's a star and a 6. So a 6 there would put me over. A 6 here would put me at 9. I'd need a 3, so let's just do that 6 right there. Wait, nope. I am going to do a 6 here and use my other 2 here because I wouldn't have anyone get there to do a 2 with. Alrighty. 1 and 3. So my next star is at a 9. That's awfully high. 3, 6, so we can do 3 right here. That is 12. So that is 2 stars. I'm eventually going to want a 5 here. And the 1 can go here, which gives me this. And then I can gain a die any number, which should help me with that. Although this card's full, so it's going to be basically between these two. 4, 4. So that's not what I need there, but we are going to use these to turn it to a 5. So that's full on there. So to get the 9, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. I can make this. You know, we're going to use this ability to make a 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a star and a 5 that I can't use, and I can't use one of these, so I just get a resource of my choice. And which star did I get? Oh, that's right, you get a star for completing a row. So I probably could have just moved it down to a 3 and gotten a star that way also. I forgot about the rows is how you get stars as well. Oh well, I still got a star. So it's just points that's going to stop me from getting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a 0.4. 6, 12, 16.4. Alright, I really liked these 2 realms. Those are high on my list as of now. Alright, 9 coming up. Alright, so we have Terra Mystica. When we use this, you either are going to mark an adjacent hex or bridge on the map with that number. You start at the red dwellings, or you can outline a building at the bottom and then get that resource at the beginning of each of the indicated turns. So, or evens, odds. Between 2 castles, you are going to fill squares from bottom up. Each number must be lesser than the number directly below it. Gain resources when completing a column. I didn't say that you get stars here. You score 1, 2, or 4 for 1, 2, 3 marked deserts. Here's your little 5s there. You also score a point if you outline both buildings, and you score a point if you connected both dwellings. So you get a point here, a point there, and then a point if you connect them. This is you get a score per completed row. Each castle has 3 rows. So row, 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 row your boat. Alrighty. Architects of the West Kingdom, you're going to write a number from left to right. These have to go decreasing. These have to go increasing. Or you can mark a number to make a trade at the bottom. Each trade can only be made once. So let's get started with the rolling. 3, 4. Shut the door. So I think we're not going to start here yet because those are kind of middle ground to try and get over on these. So let's just go ahead and grab us a pumpkin with that 4. And then the 3, we are going to mark that. So these just have to pertain to the columns being lower, so I can put whatever I want here. This is just for that column. 1, 6. So either one of those numbers is going to be good here because it opens up the whole realm of possibilities there. Let's go with the 6 here to get a heart, and the 1 right here so we can try and get to the desert. Double 2s. Is there somewhere I can get a heart? Oh, I completely forgot about those. Let's go ahead and outline this one now with one of the 2s. I don't think there's anywhere I can get another heart so that I could get a second 2. So instead, let's get a 2 here, which does give us a point because that row is completed. All right. 2 and 6. 2 gets us the bridge there. 6 goes there. Let's go ahead and use that 2 to mark that bridge. And we'll do the 6 right here to gain a couple of hearts in case I roll doubles again. Really should work on that at some point. 1, 5. Ooh, the 5 is the desert, but a 5 would be good there. But we could do the 1 for the pumpkin. You know what? We're going to do a 5 for a desert, 1 for the pumpkin. And I forgot to get my pumpkin on that round, so let's just go ahead and retroact that. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we are going to be going into 6, so I will get a pumpkin again for that. That's one of those things that doesn't happen often, so I tend to forget about it. Ooh, double 6s. So, of course, I have those to do double 6s, but double 6s aren't going to help me there. So, yeah. Let's just outline both of these so I can forget about more resources, but that does give me a star because I've outlined both of them. I've crossed off that desert. All right. So that was one of the 6s. My other 6 is going to be used, I guess, in here. But that's going to cancel out both of those. Let's go ahead and use 2 pumpkins to make it a 5. And that gives me that star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get a heart. I remembered. 2, 4. So that's a 4 there. I can adjust it. Let's do the 2 here. Gives me a star. Use 2 pumpkins to make the 4 a 5 to cross that off and get me a point on that one. This gives me a pumpkin because it's an even. Gives me a 1 and a 6. You know, whenever I can't even use that. Alright. 1 and a 6. I don't have enough pumpkins to mitigate things. That is not helpful. So we are going to, just do a 1 there to get that star, and we'll cross off a 6 here. That's going to do me no good. Going to the final round 9, we get a heart. And this is looking like a pretty low scoring one as well. Especially with a 1 and 6 again. Well, 6, let's go there. 2 pumpkins. And that's there, so that's that. So that was my 6. What am I going to do with my 1? Can't do anything there. I can adjust it, but I can go to a 2. A 2 isn't going to do me anything. So I guess we're just going to put the 1 there to get 2 hearts. This may be my lowest one. 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8. So that's an even 9 points. No, I think I had that one that was worse. Yep, the 8.9. This is better by 0.1. All right, round 10 coming up. Alrighty, so up in this round we have a Feast for Odin, Apiary, Underwater Cities. A Feast for Odin, you're going to use a number. You're going to select that shape, or one of those shapes in those numbers, and mark it on one of the islands. If you get a 6, you can use any shape, even one that you've used, because when you use it with a number, you cross it off and can't use it again. You're going to score stars when filling in where the star is, and 1 per completed island. Apiary, you're going to use 1, 2, or 3 to outline a matching number in the leftmost empty column, or use any number to age all active bees, which means you move them down. Usually mark each outlined hex, outline the hex below, and gain the benefit in between. This is one I'm still a little iffy on, even after reading from the rulebook, but I'm basically assuming if I use a 1, I'd start here. The next one I do would go here. If I did a 1 here and I do a 2, I'm guessing it would be go in this one then, because it's in the leftmost empty column. So if I have a 1 here, the column isn't empty, but you're moving that there, but then you're going to just be moving them all down, and you're going to get points per strength 4 that gets into hibernation. So if you get a 3, then you only have to age it twice. Underwater cities, you're going to either outline a tunnel with a 1, 2, or a 6, or you're going to outline the cities with a 3, 4, or 5. Once a city is connected to the start city, you get the benefits in the buildings inside of it, and you'll get stars for ones that are connected back to start via the tunnels. Sound good? I hope so. Because we are starting with a 4 and a 5. So both of those give me big shapes that would be good on here. Can't use a 4 or 5 there, so we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna be doing one of them here. So let's go ahead and fill in a 5 shape. We're gonna use this one here to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gives me a star. And what was that again? That was a coin and a pumpkin. And then we'll just do the 4. Let's go ahead and start early. Right there. Alright. I was kind of thinking let's just go big at the beginning, but 3, 6. So let's go ahead and do our first B. And then we're going to do 6 to do 2 tunnels. We're going to do a tunnel here and a tunnel here. So this is connected, so we get a star, and then we get that heart. Like so. Alright. Next roll. 2 and 5. So 2 would be that, 5 would be that. Now I think we're going to do a 2. So like I said, I think I would then do this B right there. And then a 5, let's go ahead and outline this city. Pumpkin, star. Coin, pumpkin, coin, and then that's the star. Like such. 5 and 6. No, I'm not going to use any of that yet. So 6 is I could basically do that 5 again, or any of these shapes without crossing them off. Or I can do the 2 tunnels. I think we're going to go 5 to outline this city. And then 6 to do any shape, and I'm going to use this 3 here to get a star or a coin and a pumpkin and finish this off, but that does give me a star for completing that island. I do need to age my bees here soon in Apiary. 2 and 6. Let's go ahead and add one more bee in here, and then I think we're going to start aging that. And then we're going to use the 6 to add in a tunnel here and a tunnel there. So we've connected to this, which is 2 stars, a pumpkin, a heart, and a coin. A heart and a coin. Because 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I need to start aging. 1, 2. Let's use the 1 to age the bees. So age all active bees. Mark each outlined hex. Outline the hex below. So this becomes a 4, and that's going to give me a coin. Then we have 2 pumpkins I'm going to get. 2 pumpkins. Like so. And then my 2 is a straight line. Or I could do a tunnel here. You know what, let's go ahead and just do a tunnel here. Like that. Double 6s. So I don't care about the tunnels there, because if I spend 2 of that, I'd get to be able to do a 6 and a 6. You know what, we are going to do that though. We are going to age our bees. So that gives me a star, 2 coins. So that's my 6 there. My 6 here. We are going to, let's go ahead and do that 5 shape right here. So it's a heart, a pumpkin, a coin, heart, pumpkin, coin, star. And then our 6 here, we are going to spend 2 pumpkins to make it a 5 to outline this heart, coin, and star. 5 and a 1, a 5 and a 1, a 5 and a 1. So I initially want a 3 to do that. A 5 would be that weird little guy there. A 5 lets me do this. Yep, so 5, we're going to circle this city. Gives me my last star, gives me a pumpkin. We're going to use the 1 to advance here. Or 2 more stars, like so. Final roll, come on, 3. Well, that's a 3 and a 4. So we're going to use my 3 to go like that, which gives me a heart and a star for finishing off that island. And that uses up that one. And then the 4 doesn't really do me any good. And I technically can't use it, so I just get a resource, or 4. You know, I just don't feel like adding that resource. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Spend 2 to make it a 3 and outline there. Alright. So what I say, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 6, 10, 13, 14.6. Alright, only 4 left. So we got Smitten, Pendulum, and Honeybuzz. So for Smitten, you are going to fill a card in either grid with a number. Then I can write the sum of both rolled dice in a card in the other grid. No number can ever be repeated in either grid, so I can't have 2 2s in this grid. I can have a 2 here and a 2 here, however. Then you're going to gain a benefit when completing all cards with share an intersection, so I need to get all 4 of those filled in order to get that star. You're going to score a star per set of those and 1 per completed grid. Pendulum, you're either going to outline an octagon or mark a specific number in an hourglass. Then you're going to gain the contents of all outlined octagons when completing an hourglass. Honeybuzz, you are going to mark a number. You do not get the instant benefit when all numbers surrounding a honey hex are marked. Gain all benefits adjacent to that honey hex. Alrighty. 3 and 4. Let's go ahead and mark this 4, because that's got the 2 stars, so hopefully that's when we can get those. So that's the 4. We have the 3. Let's do a little prep work. Let's go ahead and outline that. 3 and 5. So the 5 here would be for that. This 3 would get there. And I do need to get all those to get that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do the 5. And then 3. Let's go ahead and put that right here in the middle. And then we will put the 8 right in the middle there. 1, 1. So far, I've not gotten many resources. So let's go ahead and knock out this one there. And then, you know, let's cross off this one. We have a 4 and a 2. 2 and a 4. So mark off that 2 right there. So I just need the 3 to complete that honey hex. And now we have the 4. Let's go ahead and do a 4 and a 6. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. That's not what I need. We're going to circle that with the 2. And then we're going to put the 1 and then a 3. Two and 5. Still not the 3 I need there. So I could complete stuff here. And a 7. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do the 2. And then the 7 will go there. And then we're going to mark off the 5 here. So let's see what I get here. So that's a heart. That didn't have anything. That didn't have anything. That gave me a pumpkin. I probably missed these before. This gives me a coin. And then I have all 4. So that does give me a star. Alrighty. There we go. Final 3. So there's a 3 and a 5. So I obviously can't do the 3 in either one of those. But I could do a 5 here and an 8 over there. That's a possibility, but I know for sure we're doing the 3 here. Alright. So 3 has been used, which means this honey hex is completely surrounded. So we get a heart, a pumpkin, a coin, and 2 stars. Like that. So that was the 3. So now we can do my 5 right here. And let's go ahead and put the 8 up here. So this 5 is going to give me a pumpkin. And that gives me a star. Smitten and Honey Buzz are 2 of the ones I always have kind of an issue with, trying to see exactly where I got to get stuff from. So it's kind of a little mind-consuming with them both being here at the same time. But that is all of that. Penultimate roll. 4 and 5. So 4 is going to go here, which gives me 2 stars for completing that pendulum. So do I risk this and put the 5 here and hope I get to 6, which can give me 1 star? Or do I put the 5 in here, which puts me a 9 here? Yeah. 5, which gives me a pumpkin. And then we can put a 9 right here, which gives me a heart. So now this last roll, I want to possibly get something that goes here. Maybe a 6 or a 3. Well, 5 and a 6. So that will work well for over here. So I'm definitely going to do something over here. 6 will get me 2 stars there. So, oh, but the 5 I can't. Well, I have pumpkins. All right, so let's go ahead and do this first. We're going to do the 6 right here, which gives me a pumpkin and a star. That lets me put an 11 right there. There's a heart and a star. Then we're going to spend 2 pumpkins to make this 5 into a 6 to go here for 2 stars like that. So that was that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 short. So 4, 8, 10.9 on that round. All right, let's get into our final 3 rounds. All right, so this is a fairly meta round this time because 2 of these are based off of this specific game. You have mini golf, which is this game's solo mode. So you're going to choose a lane, mark its bottommost unmarked par hex, don't gain anything, then fill a number of circles bottom up. You can't use a number that would fill a circle not matching that number or that would overfill a lane. When you're filling a lane's hole, top circle, gain that lane's unmarked power rewards and stars. So like to get here, the number has to be less than or equal to 5. This is 4, 5s, and 3s. Libertalia, you're going to write a number next to the other number to complete any 2-digit pirate. So it's in ascending order with other completed pirates left to right, top to bottom. Then gain the benefit. Some benefits have costs. So as you get down here, you got to spend stuff to get the stars. And then you score stars as indicated, +2 if all pirates are complete. Rolling realms, you're going to fill an empty face on any of the worlds. Then mark and gain a benefit below that world. And then you will gain stars for every completed world, and a star per completed world whose sum is equal to the sum of another world. So let's get started with that. 3 and 6. So I think we are going to start by putting one of our 3s here. And let's go ahead and gain a pumpkin. And we'll just put our 6 right there, like so. Pretty simple. A 1 and a 6. So we're going to put our 1 here. Forgot to get my pumpkin for that. And now I get a heart. And then I think we're going to use this one. And do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the number has to be greater than or equal to 6 or to 3, and that was. Alrighty, next one. Double 6s. So I cannot use a 6 on mini golf because looking at this, if I was to use a 6, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I could, and that opened that for a 2. So we will use a 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I just need a 2 to finish off that one. I don't want to put a 6 here because then it's going to be impossible to keep going. So I think we're just going to throw a 6 on here to get a heart. And next roll. A 5 and a 6. Well, that is less than ideal. Oh, not really. We're going to throw the 6 here to get a coin, like so. And then we're going to do a 5 here, because it's equal to, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 and 4. 3, 4. So that would be 3 to finish that off. So let's go and throw the 4 here. Yep, 4. Give me a coin. Fill this in, go 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to give me 2 stars and a pumpkin. 3 and 6. So that needs to be a 2, but I do have pumpkins where I could choose that. I can't use the 6 there. I could put the 6 there. You know, yep, 6 here. Gives me the last pumpkin. Score 1 per complete world whose face each have a different number. That is like that. And now I need these to be like, these add up to 7 and these add up to 7, so everything's there. So that was a 6. And now my 3, I think we're going to change that into a 2 to finish off that hole, which is going to give me 1 of each resource and 2 stars. There we go. All right. A 4 and a 1. So I could use a 4 here. 1 would be good there. 1, pumpkin, heart. Use the 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this has to be less than or equal to 5 and greater than 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need at least 2 numbers for there. Two and 4. So this comes all the way around here. So do I want to grab that? I can put the 4 here and hope I get a 3 next turn. Yeah, 4 here. Let's go ahead and fill in 2 there. 1, 2, 3. So I need a 4 and a 3 with this roll. Come on, 4 and 3. I do have pumpkins where I can mitigate that. 5 and a 6. I don't have that many pumpkins. So 5 here would at least give me something, but that needs to be a 4. So I think we're going to definitely do that one for sure. So spend 2 to make that a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I finished all the mini golf, and that gives me a heart and a coin. And spend 3 for that. And then, yeah, so let's just use the 6. Make that a 65 for 2 pumpkins, and then spend 3 coins to gain a 3 value. Put that there. Oh, I forgot to get all this stuff. Heart, pumpkin. It's all different faces. It matches another one, so that is 2 of those. And nothing on Libertalia. I never do go with Libertalia whenever I play with it. Not sure why. I just don't. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, so that's 1.2. 6, 9. That is 10.2 for that round. Alright, penultimate one coming up. Alright, so we now have Onirim, Micro Dojo, and Viticulture. Onirim, you're going to fill the row left or right. Adjacent symbols must differ. So 1, 2, and 3 is a circle. 4 and 5 is like this little crescent moon. Or that's 3 and 4. And 5 and 6 is a key. Every 3 steps, you mark the door, and then you gain the rewards listed. Instead of filling the row, I can instead circle a key. On my next turn, if the die have a sum of 6 or higher unmodified, I can cross off a nightmare. Otherwise, it's lost. I will score stars for crossed off nightmares and while filling in the row. Micro Dojo. I'm going to mark a number to gain the benefit. If possible, I will also mark a number matching the other rolled die without gaining the benefit. It remains available for another roll. When using a created number, choose either rolled number to mark. You're going to score a point for the stars on there. And then you'll score 1 each for the first completed row and column of squares. All numbers marked. Score 1 if all numbers in the grid are marked. And then you also have 3 stars in there. So for the first completed row, so that's the full thing. So like the 1 and 5, 2 and 4, and 3 and 1, and then all the way across. You also then get it if all the numbers in the grid are marked. Viticulture. Viticulture, you're either going to gain a grape, so you're going to outline it and get the benefit, or you're going to use the sum of the die and any number of grapes that aren't marked off to fulfill a wine order, and then you'll get stars for those. And that. Mark an order, wine order equal to or less than that sum. Alright, so let's get rolling. Double 2s. 2 and 2. So Onirim, if I want to score high there, I need to basically be using a die every turn in there and possibly somehow extra ones by using pumpkins and whatnot. So I think we are going to start with this 2, and we do a little circle. And then our other 2, we're going to do this grape right here, and that gets us a coin. One and a 6. So the 1 would be the same symbol, so instead we're going to do the 6. And that's that, and then we go like that. So that's my 6. And for my 1, not liking these together. Because the 6 would be a star, but that one's not. So let's go ahead and get us the 1 pumpkin. And now I have to cross off a 6. So we'll cross off that 6. 5 and 6. Alright, so we cannot do the next symbol because the 5 and 6 are both keys. So I think we will do a prophecy with, let's go with the 6. We're going to use the 6 for the prophecy. Then I think we're going to use our 5. I think we're going to do the 5 micro dojo. So that gives us this. And then we are going to do we'll cross. Oh, I said I did the. Yeah, I think I did that backwards. Oh well. We'll cross off that 6. Another 5 and 6. So that does equal greater than 6. So we do cross off a nightmare. So over here, let's go ahead and do the 6 to get a star. And that lets us cross off a 5. We'll cross off that 5. And now we'll do the 5 over here. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. It gives me a pumpkin. A 1, 3. So 8, 10, that would be there. 3, nope. So we are going to do... You know what, let's go ahead and do the 3 right here, which gives us this door, which is 1 of each resource. And that leaves me with that 1. 1 I can get here. There's stuff there. 1 gives me the heart. And then I can cross off a 3. Cross off that one. 2 and 3. So with those, that's a 4 there. I think we're going to definitely do this one with the 2. The 2 will do that. And then our 3, let's go ahead and mark off a heart. And now I got to cross off a 2. Cross off that 2. A 1 and a 2. This is not being very beneficial to me with these low rolls. So we'll cross off this 1 for the coin and cross off that 2. And now we have a 2. So let's go ahead and spend 2 pumpkins to make it act like a 3. So we can put that there and get that star. I need some 5s and 6s so I can do some prophecies. Well, there's a 5 with a 1. 5 doesn't help me there, so we are going to do a prophecy with the 5. Which leaves me with the 1. Which I guess we'll just outline this here, which gives me that coin. 4, so it is a lost prophecy. Forgot to cross these off. So I do not get that for that. I have a 1 and a 3. I don't have the pumpkins. 5, 7, 8. We'll use a 3. 8, 10, 11 to fill that wine order. Which gives me 2. And that has a 1. I don't have anywhere that I can put it there. So I guess I am just filling in this circle. Pumpkin, 2 hearts. So I did Onirim, I did Viticulture. I have the coins, I could do that. Yeah, let's spend the 4 coins to create a number 4, which will fill that in. Then when I cross off, I choose one of those. A 1 and a 3 will cross off this 3, which fills that in to get me a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be 0.7. Only the one order. The 3 stars. And 4. So 3, 7, 9.7. On that one. Alright, last round. About to get set up. So we're finishing up with Sleeping Gods, the Society, Hokkaido. Sleeping Gods, you face 4 monsters. To attack, mark the number of orthogonally adjacent squares. You may change directions. Gain each marked resource. You may mark across monsters. You can't use 5 or 6 to mark icon squares. So if there's an icon, I can't use a 5 or 6 to do it. I'm going to score a point per fully defeated monster and for every set of 2 drops. In the Society, you are going to be filling in numbers in the cards in any order. However, each card's number must be lower than the card directly above it, and gain a bonus when completing a row. So if this is a 6, these both have to be lower than a 6, and these 2 have to be lower than this one, and these 2 have to be lower than that one, so forth. Pyramid, you get it. You're going to score a point per set of completed cards, and then if all of them are filled. Hokkaido, depending on the number you choose, you are going to draw that terrain pattern anywhere on the card. Triangles need to go in the dark area in the middle. When you cover up stuff, you get the resource. Then you're going to score 1 point per separate town or forest with at least 4 continuous spaces, and 1 or 2 points depending on if you have 3 or 6 mountains after you're done. Alright, let's get started. Starting with double 6s. So I'm kind of thinking maybe Hokkaido so I can start getting those mountains in there. That would, because I can't fill those in. So let's go ahead and Hokkaido. Let's do triangle, triangle, circle. So that's a pumpkin and a heart. And we're just going to start with a 6 up top. 2 and 3. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and let's get a 3 going over here. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, which circles up a coin. And then my 2 does 2 of those, and I can do them anywhere on the map. So let's see about doing over here. So that's a pumpkin. Next up, we have a 6 and a 1. I think we are going to do a 6 over here and just get crazy with this. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that way he's almost defeated. I can defeat him with a 1, which I can easily use with that. And then we're just going to put the 1 right down here. 4 and 6, and 4 and 6. See, 4 here gives me all of that coolness. So yeah, let's do a 4. So there's a 4. And then my 6, let's just throw you right in there, which gives me a heart and a coin. 4, 5. So I could start working on this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That opens that up down there. Yeah. So heart with 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we can do our 5 here or 5. Yeah, I don't like the 5 there. We're going to do a 5 here. Let's go right there. 5, 5. I could get a 5 on each card. I wasn't a big fan of those 5s. Yep, we still are though. Let's go ahead and cross this off. So that gives me a 5 on each card. So we'll do a 5 right here, which is going to give us a star. We're going to mark off 5 on here. 1, 2. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our 5 on here is going to be this, a circle, and a triangle. Just like that. Alright. 3, 4. See, I know I want to start completing up these guys, so let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because I want to do the 3 over here, because I need to start getting some of these forests in here. So 1, 2, so there's that one, and that gave me a pumpkin. This one I'm not quite getting my head around in this playthrough yet. I'm sure after I play it once, I'll start trying to figure it out. That one's a bit weird compared to everything else. 3, 6. So 6 would be good with the mountains. So I'll probably do a 6 here, maybe do a 3 right there. Or I can do a 3 and start trying to cover up more of this. Yeah, let's go 3. 1, 2, 3. Gives me a heart. Use our 6 over here with the mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 6 mountains. So we'll go triangle, triangle, circle. So that's a heart and a pumpkin. So I did that card and that card. I didn't do anything on here. So we'll wait till this last roll. Because I'll probably end up creating a die of some kind. 1, 5. Alright, so here's my options. 5. I can't draw that shape there, so that's not going to help me. I didn't think that through. There's no shape I can draw there to get a mountain. So yeah, see, like I said, I couldn't grasp my head around this one for some reason. The 1 can easily do that. And the 5 can go there. So I think that's going to be my best bet. 1 here gets me a heart. 5 here gets me a star. Like so. Now, is it going to be worthwhile to get something here? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have that. So I don't think it's going to be worthwhile to spend anything. So we'll just end it there. So this one I have 2 stars from completing them. And then I've filled up the 4 drops, so that's another 2. That is 1. That's just those 2. And this one is 2 for those. And then I just have 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I do have these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So I have the 6 mountains, so that's 2 stars. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1.1 on there. So that's 4, 8, 10, 11.1 for that one. And let me add up my score really quick, and I'll let you know, and you'll also see it up in the corner as you've seen it's been going on this whole time. So my grand total is 173.7 for all 42 rounds, 14 rounds. So I'm averaging, what, 10, 11, 12 and some change per round. Not bad. So again, this was Rolling Realms. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, reminder, there will be timestamps down below so you can see exactly which realms you want to see. Also a reminder, if you could go ahead and please subscribe, like, comment, share, and ring the bell. If you also could look down in the description to see links to our Patreon and also so you can search for our podcast that we have going on. And until next time, I am the Groom, wishing for you to have good times rolling.